It was a damp start to the first round of the Connaught Competition Engines Hillclimb Sprint Championship 2010, hosted by the Clare Motor Club. Brendan Keane caught the youngsters napping, setting the first fastest time of the year on run 1 in his Swallow DR14. Galway Mini Supremo Ray Cunningham was second in his new Mini, embarrassing the rest of the field with a superb drive in a brilliantly engineered Class 1 car that he had created. Johnny Mahan was third at this stage, but would retire for the rest of the weekend with an electrical problem, but still claimed 9th overall at the end of the day. Stephen Gillis pushed Cunningham back to third on the next run, starting the theory that to do well in anything other than a single-seater, you must paint your car yellow. Rory Stevens would further prove this theory, splitting the Mini and the Westfield with his Radical by the end of the day. They were all moved down 2 places after run 3, when Top Guns Simon McKinley and Paul O'Connor finally recorded times overcoming troubles they'd had in the morning. The Submarine Brigade would win their classes, however, 3A, 3B and 1 respectively. There were 4 runs, but the best times were mostly recorded on run 3, with McKinley winning convincingly by over 2 seconds in the familiar Lant RT2, while O'Connell debuted his new Pilbeam and won Class 7. Joe Courtney was 7th in his OMS Hornet and won Class 6. Éanna Carroll was disappointed not to be fastest saloon in 8th overall, but just couldn't get the vast power of his Turbo Civic onto the road. The final top 10 position went to Trevor Cullen, who drifted what must be the tightest remaining example of a G3 Escort into 10th. Siobhan McCann was the fastest woman on the day in her Ray, and Trish Daly, in her Fiesta Mark 1, managed to hold off a double challenge from the Feeney ladies, Karen and her mother Mary. Tommy Murphy won Class 2 in his Honda Civic, a driver who always shows real commitment on the corkscrew. Ross Kenny won Class 8 for small rally cars, and Peter Cummins won the big rally Class 9. The entry swelled for Sunday's event, up the Scalp near Cairn, also in the Burren area of County Clare, with a lot more local drivers joining the fun in the drier conditions. Anthony O'Halloran was the fastest of these, making 5th overall in his Mitsubishi Evo 9. John Donnelly uncaged the growling Cougar engined Ralt and finished 6th. Ed Synan kept that Escort magic going with an excellent 8th and won Class 9 for the day, and Patrick Horn propelled his Little Nova to 10th overall and won Class 8. Brendan Keane, who had actually tied with Stephen Gillis and finished just a 10th ahead of Rory Stevens for 3rd on Saturday, was unable to resume battle with mechanical problems. Gillis too had troubles on Sunday, but still won his class. Seamus Morris arrived from the north with a Pilbeam MP52 to join the fray and finished 4th overall. Rory was 3rd and winner of 3B. Éanna Carroll had to be content with being fastest front-wheel drive on the day and 7th overall, unable to match the grip of O'Halloran's Evo. Joe Courtney buzzed his OMS Hornet to 9th overall and another win in Class 6. Karen Feeney was fastest in the women's category, ahead of Trish Daly this time. Dermot Quigley was the fastest of the historic class on both days, in a Ford Anglia. Paul O'Connell's setup problems continued on Sunday, and he missed the first run. With help from auto experts Éanna Carroll and Alan Tully, he made it to the start line for run 2. Simon McKinley had gone almost a full 10 seconds ahead of the rest of the field on the first run, and went nearly 4 seconds quicker on run 2, but O'Connell was able to get within 0.51 of a second of him. McKinley missed the 3rd run, and O'Connell dropped back to a similar pace to Simon's first run. After 2 rounds, the 07, 08 and 09 champion Paul O'Connell was on the back foot, but at least he'd reached McKinley's pace. This was going to be a great championship.